Each morning, the landscape of your home can greet you with natural beauty and color. Throughout the day, the landscape can surround your home in style and enhanced privacy. Bringing beauty, color, and style to your personal landscape is our goal at Beary Landscaping. Since 1985, Brian Beary and the professionals at Beary Landscaping have been building a reputation for unparalleled quality, service, and value. We continue to build on that reputation by providing this video as an essential educational tool for our customers. We would like to congratulate you on your landscape investment, and we urge you to watch this video carefully as it will address the most commonly asked questions and concerns. We cannot express enough to you the importance of following the care guidelines set out in this program. You have made an important investment in your home with professional landscaping. With proper care, your landscaping can give you many years of beauty and enjoyment. Please take the time to care for your investment and enjoy it as it grows. This video is one of our ways of saying thanks for your support and confidence in us. We urge you to watch it again before the start of each growing season to refresh your memory. Let's start by discussing the care for newly installed landscaping. The most urgent need will be the proper watering of new sod. Water the sod heavily immediately upon installation. Whether you use an automatic sprinkler system or a manual sprinkler, pay close attention to the edges and corners of the lawn as they tend to dry out quicker. We only use fresh-cut sod for our installations. Yellowing of sod or shrinkage of gaps between rows may occur within hours of installation from lack of water. Should this occur, it is not covered under warranty. Here are the watering guidelines for sodded lawns. In week 1, water 2 times daily, hitting each section 30 to 60 minutes. In week 2, water once a day, hitting each section 30 to 60 minutes. In week 3, water every other day. And in week 4, water 2 to 3 times during the week. For the remainder of the season, water heavily, but less often. Apply at least 1 inch or more of water, which may take up to an hour per section, once every 5 to 7 days. Use a rain gauge to help determine satisfactory watering levels. If the temperature is below 40 degrees, watering may be done less frequently. As a rule, heavy, infrequent watering encourages a deep root growth. Light, frequent watering encourages shallow rooting and makes the plant more susceptible to drought and fungus damage. Watering at night is also not recommended. This can contribute to disease activity. The best time to start watering is in the early morning hours. It is very important that you remember to stay off the sod as much as possible during the first few weeks. The heavy watering makes the sod and underlying soil susceptible to damage from foot traffic. These first few weeks are crucial for the sod to take root and stay level. You can mow your lawn after the sod has been down 10 to 14 days. Make sure you adjust your mower to cut the grass 2.5 to 3 inches high, and do not water the day before you cut the grass. If you plan on cutting the lawn with a riding mower, allow an extra day or 2 to let the ground dry out. To ensure a vigorous, healthy lawn, we recommend that a good fertilizing program be initiated 6 to 8 weeks after installation. A minimum of 4 applications should be applied during the year. Allow approximately 6 to 8 weeks between applications. The first application in March or early April should contain a crabgrass preventer. The second and third should have a broadleaf weed killer. Always apply according to the directions on the package. Seeded lawns must be watered frequently after installation, and each section must remain damp throughout the day. It is essential that you pay close attention to sections as they are being watered. If water is running and puddling excessively, it may cause the seed and soil to erode. Seed may also be severely damaged or die if it is allowed to dry out. There are some inherent risks to seeding from exposure to severe weather. Seeding never comes with a guarantee. Bare areas are common and can easily be reseeded. Once a seeded lawn is installed, follow these important guidelines. In week 1, water 2 times a day, hitting each section for 20 to 30 minutes. Weeks 2 through 6, water once a day, again hitting each section for 20 to 30 minutes. For the remainder of the season, water heavily, but less often. Apply at least 1 inch or more of water, which may take up to an hour per section, once every 5 to 7 days. And keep in mind that watering shaded seed lawns requires about half the water of regular seeded lawns. 4 applications of fertilizer should be applied during the year. Do not use any fertilizers containing any weed killers or herbicides for the first year. Keep in mind that fertilizing seeded shade lawns requires about half the fertilizer used for sunny lawns. Contact your local garden center or fertilizing company for a program that best suits your new lawn. We strongly recommend aerating all turf areas once a year, either in the spring or fall. Aerating promotes root growth and makes your lawn more disease-resistant. Let us now turn our attention to perennials, shrubs, and trees. When watering perennials and flowers, avoid using any type of high-pressure sprayer. Instead, use an open-end hose with a moderate water stream. It is best to water near the base of the plant, not on the top leaves. A wand-type sprayer is an acceptable watering tool. The gentle stream provides an effective method to water plants. Newly planted ground cover and perennials should be watered at least 3 times a week for the first 4 to 6 weeks. In the following seasons, average rainfall is sufficient to sustain established plant life. However, during long, hot, dry spells, plants should be watered on a weekly basis. When watering newly planted trees and shrubs, use the trickle method by placing a hose at a slow trickle several inches from the base of the plant. Make sure that you remove any attachments from the end of the hose. Soak small shrubs 1 to 3 minutes, larger shrubs 2 to 5 minutes, and trees 10 to 20 minutes. A good soaking is far more beneficial than several light waterings. After installation, you will need to do this twice a week for the first month and once a week for the following 2 to 3 months, depending on rainfall. Very hot and windy weather causes plants to lose moisture more quickly and may warrant an extra soaking. Fertilizing new plants is not a necessity. However, by doing so, you will promote new growth for a fuller, more vibrant plant. Fertilizing generally can be done by one of 2 methods. Apply a granulate fertilizer around the base of each plant by hand or with a fertilizer spreader, or by using Miracle-Gro and Mere Acid products with a hose and fertilizer sprayer. Always apply according to the directions on the package. Fertilizing plants can start in early spring and go as late as Labor Day. 2 or 3 applications are sufficient during the growing season. Do not apply fertilizer in September or October on any plants. However, trees may be fertilized in late fall if desired. Fertilizer spikes may be used for larger shrubs and trees. Place the spikes around the drip line of the plant. The drip line is the outer edge of a plant's foliage. Place the protective cover on the end of the spike and use a hammer to drive each spike into the ground. A damp spring promotes fungus growth. This is a common problem on ornamental trees, such as the flowering crab variety. Spraying the leaves with a fungicide can greatly reduce the problem. Spray 2 to 3 times in the early spring, about 10 to 14 days apart, for effective control. Rose shrubs are the plants most susceptible to fungus and insects, especially in wet weather. Dusting or spraying the roses in spring and summer will halt the spread of the problem. Removing any diseased foliage in the fall will help prevent the problem from reoccurring next year. Additionally, all rose shrubs should be trimmed down to within 6 to 12 inches of the ground every fall. Every year, usually starting in mid to late March, your landscape will need a spring cleanup. Remove all debris, leaves, and sticks that have collected in beds and around plants over the winter. Carefully remove dead foliage from all perennials. Take special care not to destroy any new emerging growth. For ornamental grasses, cut down dead foliage to within a few inches off the ground. Bed edges should be recut each year to give the landscape a neat, clean appearance and to control grass from spreading into the planting beds. Along with the cleanup, an application of weed preventer should be applied in early spring to prevent weeds and grass in the planting beds. We strongly recommend the Preen or Treflin brands. The product should be spread lightly and evenly across planting beds. Be careful not to get any on the surrounding grass. Turn over mulch with a cultivating tool. This will allow air and water to reach the root zone more easily. This should be done at least once more during the season. Additionally, any weeds in the planting beds should be pulled. For more effective control, we recommend spraying with Roundup. Again, be careful not to spray the plants or grass in the surrounding area. Trees are also best pruned in early spring or fall when dormant. All diseased or dead branches should be removed from trees and shrubs. Be sure to trim all the way down to the next live limb. Shrubs should be trimmed at least once a year, but this should be done in June or July when new growth has slowed down. They can also be trimmed again in the fall. All trimming should be done in such a manner to retain the plant's natural shape. Some patches of winter burn are common on plants at the end of winter. Signs of winter burn are browned edges or limbs on evergreens and hedges. Remove any completely dead foliage in the same manner and allow the plant to grow out. Spring is also a great time to divide and replant any of your mature perennials. Mature plants reproduce throughout each season and can be harvested to create additional plants. Most perennials can be cut directly in half. Then carefully remove the roots and surrounding soil. Create a matching sized hole and insert the extracted plant and soil. Water and fertilize these transplants as you would new plants. We think that these simple maintenance tips will help you protect your growing investment. Take the time each season to care for your landscaping, and you'll be rewarded with the beauty, color, and style that Beary Landscaping has created for your home. If you have any additional questions, please give us a call. Good luck, and thanks for watching.